Hello and welcome to day number 3 of the free 10-part Ceremonial Grade Cacao course. Today I'm going to be talking about the health benefits of Ceremonial Grade Cacao and why it is known to be so good for you. To get the full 10-part Ceremonial Grade Cacao course, make sure you go to our website, tribalemoncacao.com, and just sign up to the mailing list and you'll get it sent straight to your inbox. And if you love cacao as much as we do or enjoying the content, please make sure you leave a comment below, like the video and subscribe to our channel. So the main reason that Ceremonial Grade Cacao is known for being so good for you, number one, is because it's unmodified, not modified by temperature or chemicals or anything like that. So it's straight up cacao. Now this purest form of cacao is full of theobromine, it's also full of iron, but first I'm going to speak about theobromine. So theobromine in the spiritual community is known as a heart opener, and the reason for that in the scientific world is because it basically opens the blood vessels. So in the way that it actually relaxes the blood vessels, it is fantastic for blood pressure, and that's what cacao is really known for, is lowering blood pressure amongst many other things. Theobromine is also known as a mild diuretic, so don't be alarmed, but it's fantastic for bowel movements, and it's also fantastic for the urine system, specifically urine production, which is great for lowering blood volume. So there's been so many scientific tests on giving people large quantities of theobromine, and it's consistent in the way it lowers blood pressure dramatically. Theobromine is also known to increase the hardness of tooth enamel, so unlike chocolate that's going to rot your teeth, especially your kids' teeth, theobromine in Ceremonial Grade Cacao is actually strengthening the enamel, so protecting their teeth. So with theobromine opening the blood vessels and letting the blood flow through, it actually can be known as a stimulant. So it does increase the heart rate. Compared to things like coffee and alcohol, it's quite mild. In fact, the cleaner your diet, the more impact this will have. So anyone that drinks a lot of coffee or alcohol will not feel the effects. If you eat not so good, you won't feel the effect. Whereas if you have a really clean diet, it's going to be on. Now compared to coffee, a lot of people have been coming over to our Tribal Cacao as an alternative to coffee. So the buzz of cacao compared to coffee, I would say is more mild, but more on point, and you definitely don't have that groggy kind of like yucky feeling that you get from coffee. But you want to drink plenty of water when having our cacao because it does increase that blood flow, and it's sort of the body, I feel, works a little bit more over time. Drinking plenty of water, making sure you're keeping really hydrated is super important. The length of the effect of Ceremonial Grade Cacao, it really depends, but somewhere between about 5 and 10 hours, even like I would say 3 to 4 sometimes, depending on how much you have, but definitely up to 10 hours. So some people like to have it in the mornings, some people even like to have it in the evenings, but if you're super sensitive, probably don't start by having it in the evenings because you might find yourself lying wide awake, super focused all night long. But saying that, there's a lot of people that do have it in the evenings combined with things like meditation. I think specifically one of the most powerful, profound effects of a Ceremonial Grade Cacao is the heart opening effect. Now, when I have cacao, it sends this kind of beautiful buzz and love sensation through my body. So it's known as a heart opener because it gives you this sense of being at peace and feeling really connected. So that's why it's so popular with the couples and these sorts of things when they're connecting with their love making and intimacy, because it makes them so open to really connect really super deeply. And in ceremony, again, allowing people in possibly opening their hearts even more than usual to get their mind in a space where they can look at stories from experiences that they've created in their lifetime and possibly reshape these stories, maybe letting go of trauma, maybe coming back to love on things that they previously had hatred or disgust or dislike around. Maybe it's feeling towards another person, to finally let it go, to let go of what no longer serves, to move forward and really move into the next chapter of life with full power. Now, as for couples with intimacy and love making, I get so many messages from couples, like I've said in my other videos, about the profound impact that they've had in connecting in that way, and it's such a beautiful gift to share. So I highly recommend tuning in with your beloved with that. The other thing too is it can sometimes go the other way. If people are in a relationship that they're not really happy with and really feeling is honoring their path and honoring, their self-worth, sometimes it's cacao that assists them to come into their heart even deeper, to speak their truth and to really get out of that relationship and move forward in a new and profound way. This can also relate to things like career, to decisions in life that you're making around anything really. So it's really an exciting medicine to incorporate into your daily diet. Theobromine is also known to enhance the connectivity of the receptors in the brain. So that's why it's known as such a powerful tool to assist in focus. That's why even things like depression and anxiety, it allows people to really come into focus for what's going on in their life at that point in time. Focusing on the now, focusing on moving forward, and a real fire of inspiration to dive deeper on whatever it is you're focusing on. Theobromine is known for blocking adenosine receptors. Now what that means is it can increase neural activity in a really positive way by possibly assisting in blocking out negative kind of perceptions. So that's why people often report that feeling of calmness or being at peace, and again that heart opening expansiveness, and that's why it's such a powerful assistant with things like depression and anxiety and fear, because it's actually assisting in stopping those receptors from firing, causing those negative sort of themed emotions and feelings, and stepping into more of a positive way of being. So it's known for mood enhancement and having that really cognitive effect on focusing on the things in your life that you really want to focus on. And this is why it's so popular, I believe, with like musicians, with artists, but not only that, like, doctors and architects and creators and conscious creators, especially conscious creators, yogis and even businessmen, businesswomen, super mums, super dads, people that bring those high vibes, and that's what it kind of all comes down to. Another thing that ceremonial grade cacao is known for is for its anti-inflammatory properties. And that's been reported to help with so many things, from cancer patients to people with heart conditions to people with swelling, and even things like going to the gym and working out and having that sore body to assist in the body repairing itself. Now for the quantity, cacao has massive amounts of iron, of magnesium, vitamin B12 and vitamin C, as well as potassium and copper and all these other ingredients. It's actually got over 1,200 active ingredients, many of which are all already found within the human body makeup. So it's known as like a powerful reset to our natural way of being. And with the Western diet being what it is these days, that's why it's so popular as well, I believe, is because people are finding that it's giving them that natural kind of reset to assist them in being more of their healthier, more high vibrational selves. In one of the later videos in this series, I'm going to be talking about the negative effects of ceremonial grade cacao, which are quite mild, I believe, in comparison to the positive effects, but it's good to shed light on that. And in the next video, I'm going to be talking about how to run a cacao ceremony, how to run an incredible cacao ceremony, and this is coming from a ceremonialist that has been blessed to run ceremony all around the world for hundreds and thousands of people. So look forward to sharing all I can with you. Hope you create an amazing day, and I'll see you next time. Cool.